Have you ever wondered how the king of Costa Rica's jungle is faring in the modern world? Today, we delve into the life of the majestic jaguar, a creature of immense beauty and power, yet one that is facing an increasingly uncertain future. In the heart of Costa Rica, the jaguar, once a symbol of strength and prowess, is now struggling for survival. Their numbers are dwindling and their reign is threatened. The primary culprits: deforestation and illegal hunting. These interlinked issues are decimating their natural habitats, leaving them with nowhere to roam, hunt and thrive. Moreover, as humans encroach further into their territories, conflicts are escalating. Jaguars in search of food and space are coming into contact with local communities more frequently, leading to tragic confrontations. These challenges pose a serious threat to the survival of the jaguar population in Costa Rica. The king of the jungle is in danger and its kingdom is under siege. What does this mean for the jaguar and what can we do about it? Stay tuned to find out. The decline of jaguars isn't just a loss for the species themselves, but also for the ecosystems they inhabit. Jaguars, as apex predators, play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. By controlling the population of other species, they prevent overgrazing and promote plant diversity. Without jaguars, the delicate equilibrium of the jungle could be disrupted. Their decline could trigger a domino effect, rippling through the ecosystem. A reduced jaguar population could lead to an increase in herbivores, which in turn might overconsume vegetation, threatening the survival of other species. This cascading effect could ultimately alter the structure and function of the entire ecosystem, making it less resilient to other threats such as climate change. Moreover, jaguars also contribute to nutrient cycling, helping to maintain the health and productivity of the jungle. Their loss could therefore lead to a decline in the overall health of the ecosystem. The fate of Costa Rica's jaguars is therefore not only a conservation issue, but also an environmental one. Despite the grim outlook, efforts are underway to protect and conserve the jaguars and their habitats. A significant part of this fight for conservation revolves around the establishment of protected areas. These sanctuaries serve as safe havens for the jaguars, shielding them from the threats of deforestation and hunting. Moreover, the implementation of stringent anti-poaching laws has been instrumental in curbing the illegal trade of jaguar parts. These laws not only bring justice to the perpetrators, but also deter potential poachers, thus protecting these magnificent creatures from harm. The fight for conservation, however, is not just limited to laws and protected areas. It extends to the tireless work of local communities and international organizations dedicated to safeguarding the jaguars. Through their efforts, they are not only protecting the jaguars, but also raising awareness about their plight, fostering a sense of responsibility and urgency. With continued efforts and global support, there is hope for the king of Costa Rica's jungle. Now that you know the plight of the jaguars, what will you do? The question hangs in the air, a challenge and an invitation wrapped in one. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, isn't it? To feel like the problems are too big and you are too small. But let me tell you something about the jaguars. They are solitary creatures, each one navigating the vast expanse of the jungle on their own. Yet each of them plays a vital role in maintaining the balance of their ecosystem. You see, in the grand scheme of things, every individual matters. And that includes you. You might be wondering, how can I, a single individual, make a difference in the fight to save the jaguars? The truth is, there are countless ways to contribute, many of which are more accessible than you might think. Firstly, consider supporting the organizations that are on the front lines of jaguar conservation. These groups are working tirelessly to protect the jaguars and their habitats, and they rely on donations to fund their efforts. Your contribution, no matter how small, can provide the resources necessary for research, habitat restoration, and community outreach programs. Every penny counts when it comes to conservation, but donating money is not the only way to support these organizations. Many of them need volunteers to assist with their operations. Whether it's helping with administrative tasks, participating in fieldwork, or lending your expertise in areas like marketing or fundraising, there's likely a role that fits your skills and interests. If you're not in a position to donate or volunteer, don't worry. There's still plenty you can do. Raising awareness about the plight of the jaguars is a powerful form of advocacy. By sharing information with your friends, family, and social media followers, you can help to educate others about the threats facing these magnificent creatures and the importance of protecting their habitats. Remember, knowledge is power. The more people understand about the challenges facing the jaguars, the more likely they are to join the fight for their survival. Beyond raising awareness, you can also take action in your daily life to support jaguar conservation. This might involve making more sustainable choices, like reducing your consumption of products that contribute to habitat destruction. Or it could mean advocating for stronger wildlife protection laws in your country. Every action, no matter how small, can contribute to the larger goal of protecting the jaguars and their habitats. In fact, one of the most impactful things you can do is to use your voice. Speak up for the jaguars. Write to your local representatives, urging them to support policies that protect wildlife and their habitats. Encourage businesses to adopt sustainable practices. Use your platform, whatever it may be, to stand up for the jaguars. The jaguars are the kings of Costa Rica's jungle, but their kingdom is under threat. The loss of these magnificent creatures would not only be a tragedy in its own right, but it would also disrupt the delicate balance of their ecosystem, with potentially devastating consequences. Each of us has a role to play in protecting the jaguars. Whether you're a scientist conducting research in the field, a volunteer helping out at a conservation organization, a student spreading the word at your school, or a concerned citizen writing to your local representative, your actions can make a difference. So, now that you know the plight of the jaguars, what will you do? Will you sit back and watch as these magnificent creatures disappear from our world? Or will you stand up and fight for the survival of the king of Costa Rica's jungle? Remember, the jaguars can't speak for themselves. They can't ask for help. They can't fight against the forces that threaten their survival. But we can. We have the power to change the course of their future, to give them a chance at survival. So I ask you again, what will you do? Will you join the fight for the jaguars? Will you lend your voice to the call for their protection? Will you stand up and say, enough is enough? We must protect the king of Costa Rica's jungle. Every action counts in the fight to protect the king of Costa Rica's jungle. The jaguars need us and we need them. Let's not let them down. Let's stand together and fight for the survival of these magnificent creatures and the precious ecosystems they call home. Let's make a difference together, because every action counts and every individual matters, and that includes you. Every action counts in the fight to protect the king of Costa Rica's jungle.